And welcome back, folks. Let's go ahead and continue our efforts inside the Manufactorum. Let's see, we've done this battle. What's this?
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Loot all over the place that I'm missing, so let's go over here and get these.
Pay attention.
Back. We'll collect all this loot, but I need...
Sins hidden in the heart turn all to decay.
Sable?
Never doubt me.
Oh, I never do, Argenta.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
Where were the rest of that loot that I was missing? Let's come over here. Grab that loot. Also want to review everyone's yeah. Grab this loot. And there's doors here. Let's go explore this area first.
Let us walk this path to the end.
Loot over here. I gotta go past the steam stuff. Want to do that first, or do I want to go check those doors out first? Alright, let's go do the doors first. Come on back, we'll do the doors first. Because this looks like it's pushing deeper into it.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
And it was... where the doors... Doors are over here. Alright, before I do that, check everyone's inventory. Make sure I'm not missing, like right here. Give yourself a fire grenade. Go with a... I haven't done a blinding grenade. Let's go ahead and put a blinding grenade on you. Alright. Yeah.
We should deal with this.
Reps. Okay.
Join me in prayer. The Emperor favors me today.
The divine watches over us.
Okay. This. Okay, we can blow the wall up here. Come over here first.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Deep scratches left by huge claws on a metal surface. Despite the apparent damage, seems to be working order. You logs. I'm not going to activate the and I'm not going to blow this yet because I think I should be able to get into the room over here. This is another door. Let's go see if we can get through it this way. I'm going to have to...
This Explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
There's the crack where I could have gotten through. This. Do anything. Check the warp lore of 82 over there. Something howling in the metal housing, and machine spirits covered in limits unrepairable loss. Okay, let's take a look at it. Knowledge of machine users to trick the sims. False query, a crafty manipulation of the controls, and you get what you want. It can do nothing with throws. What does it do? Some of the machine twaddles is drowsy, nonetheless performs assigned function. What in the world was that? Now let's step away. Oh. Melta Ultima. Staff of Blood. Let's take all. Come here, let's couple things here. Let's take a look at this weapon. Ultima. So you are carrying a plasma pistol. You, on the other hand, are carrying a meltagun. I bet it's two-handed. Yeah, okay, you can do this. Two-handed. There you go. And the other thing was his staff. What was his staff? This. Telepaths. Staff of Blood, I thought. Henrik. This. Much better staff. This gives me... Here, let's see. What are we going to do with this? Where is it? Where'd it go? I just must just be missing it. There it is. It does more damage. Let's go ahead and equip it. What does this do for you? Psyker power level on this guy is what? Spy rating is 2. I don't know if this is I don't know if this is really that good. What I don't like on this is Doesn't give me any buffs. This, on the other hand... 10 will and 10 fellowship. Okay, no, this is okay. We'll keep this for the time period. Let's see. Alright.
Let us walk this path to the end.
Well, what was this giant piece that came flying out here? Nothing. Or if that's something I could have used as part of an attack. Alright. I think we've looked at everything over here. Let's, back over here. Okay, let's go back up.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
157. Anything for us?
This ocular
The
implant is
divine
a worthwhile
watches
investment.
over us.
Who took damage? Alec took damage, alright.
Heresy grows from idleness. Even in the darkest moments, there is hope.
The Emperor sets my path. I better myself through my service.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Interesting. Lex Mechanic, small, heavily augmented man in a filthy tattered robe stands before you. You approach, he hesitantly looks up, eyes filled with horror. Portable inscriber with a keyboard hangs from the strap at his front, and you can see his detached cerebral cogitator peeking out from under his hood. Tech priest's eyes better look at you afterward. Lets out a ragged breath, manages to subdue his shaking. He heard my prayers. I thought I was alone in the kingdom of madness and depravity. Please save me. Tell us who you are and what happened to you. I'm Manufactorum Lex Mechanic Zeta 86. I performed the ritual of Spirit Foundry 95. Up until we started going mad. Priests devoted to the Omnissiah suddenly started praising the dawn of something or other. They stopped the belts, and then they desecrated the visage of the sacred machines with unholy symbols. Some of the resistors, others grabbed them, tied them up, and then they turned their implants to heresy. I saw madmen, my former tech comrades, deliberately connect these poor souls to corrupt cogitators and watch them as they were infected with scrap code. It did nothing to stop them. I am recording violation of commandment. On thine own forge be true sentinel. Your access to are hereby revoked. Proceed with your report. How did you manage to avoid their fate? I didn't avoid it. They performed the same process on me. I felt the touch of the only held cold. I allowed it to control me. I abandoned my sacred post and followed one of the traitors, serving his will and gathering all the data for his blasphemous spirits. I was driven by an unholy impulse coming from the depths of my auxiliary cogitator, where the code had lodged itself. Before I found a way to throw off the compulsion, I wished a horrifying heresy. The extraction of true flesh and the decomposition of altars, perverse procedures that resulted in paratechnical abominations. I even accompanied a fallen Magos to the fabricator censor himself and attended the unholy mass he led personally. It was a wicked ritual full of willful deviation and blatant inaccuracies, all to create an ungodly monster in the name of Final Dawn. Praise the gifts of the Omnissiah. I managed to disconnect my external cogitator, which I used for primary data processing. The machine is corrupt. The scrap code is locked inside it, like a beast in a cage, but anyone who tries to look inside will fall victim to the heretical program. My primitive brain has been marked by corruption. I still see their silhouettes, hear their inferences. I sense malfunctions of my augments. I was still saved from the great sacrifice. Oh, blessed are the workings of the Omnissiah and his benediction to the shelter the weak from the evil. Henrik tenses ever so slightly at his words. You see his hand casually stray to the handle of his weapon, but the interrogator is no hurry to act. You mentioned a monster. Some kind of weapon? No. These constructs that are melted down from furnaces sent to the depths of the Manufactorum is some kind of semblance of a cogitator, nightmarish parody of a sacred machine, powered not by Omnissiah's grace, but by unholy spirit and life forces of the unfortunate prisoners on the lower levels. I don't know much, except the fabricator censor saw that the machines as special. It was special to him and to his crazies who defied the Omnissiah's abode with their obscene blasphemy. For the final ritual, he even called upon one of the Astartes, heretics. And Astartes? We have Chaos Marines here, who arrived at the Manufactorum after the start of his uprising. He did something terrible, and only after they were able to switch the machine on. True abomination. Even standing near it is unbearable. I believe that those who have been deprived of the Omnissiah's grace still feel the influence in them. Its monstrous power utilized for unholy corruption and chaotic calculations. Whatever the cogitator might spew out at the end of the cycle, no righteous soul should accept its heinous offering. How did the crazed comrades behave? Like the grace of Omnissiah had left them entirely, replacing free thought and progress with blackest corruption. I witnessed them desecrate structures blessed by the fabricator himself, though what doing the blessings of that rotting traitor count for now. Like men possessed, they set upon sacred instruments and assembled shells and nodes that didn't match any pattern or blueprint I'd ever seen. Sacrilege. The lay servants of the main units, they lived in isolated segments under the sacred machine halls. I heard they were locked in there after the takeover. Then crazy brethren changed the system for disposing of slag waste. They covered the machine in cursed symbols. After they started the cogitator, they dragged the survivors out of the segment under the machine. Well, what survivors had turned into. You demonstrate exceptional power of observation and recall for someone who had just happened to survive. I'm a Lex mechanic. Gathering data is the purpose of my existence. That's even what they used me for. He trails off, blatantly understanding the subtextual words. They used me against my will. The scrap code turns everyone into slaves. Before I rid myself of the cogitator, I was forced to serve alongside those who perpetuated these atrocities and witnessed their obscenities. What do you make of it? Servant of the Omnissiah, I must know more about the Final Dawn, the fabricator sensor, his mass, and about this machine as well. I could give you coordinates, but Even though I was present for blasphemies committed by those heretics, all the details that were captured and possessed by my true flesh are not in are in the augment that was corrupted by the scrap code. I'm convinced that if I hadn't fought off the foreign compulsion at the time, I would have been doomed. The corruption would have spread to my biological cogitator as well. Taps the device on his fingers, hearing several words. I swear that no doubt Tech Priest could come in contact with what's in that once sacred device. Okay. First shifts, he stares intently at the still intact cogitator protruding under his electronic collar. The corner of his mouth twitch involuntarily. Everlord looks at Hunter's face, and as he does, he sighs heavily and looks away. And the cogitator, even the very idea of exposing a holy machine to the scrap code wasn't profane itself, my augments are not universally compatible. They cannot be connected to another machine spirit. They are created to interact with the system of my true flesh, to venerate my compulsive unit and output data via the inscriber. Once I am safe, I swear I'll immediately perform a cleansing ritual and destroy. In other words, there's only one way to extract the door. We connect the cogitator augment to it. Lexmark will serve as conduit to transmit data. We will learn the details, even if they are incomplete, and things he saw and heard, but is now unable to recall. Has been listening and discussion, puzzled, finally understands what's going to happen. He begins to back away. No, anything but that. I'll die. No, it'll be worse than that. I'll succumb to corruption. I beg of you, please. I'd rather be burned as a heretic than have scrap code in my biological cogitator. At these words, he pauses for a second, almost as he is reconsidering. In failing to offer resistance against the enemies of the Omnissiah, lost graces of the machine rank, and was recharacterized to the resources of manufacturing. The defilement and torment of said resource, if committed to the advance of the struggle against heresy, will not deem an apostasy or malfunction against the living soul. Upon expiry of the unit's utility, disposal is recommended. Leaders of the cult would never expose. Go on to class. We need to know where the cause, even if the heretic's conversation is enforceable. I know where the machine. I must know why the machine is so valuable to them. I'll tell you. Dull augmentic. A different augment is responsible for my muscle memory. It is data storage too. I remember where I walked and what I pressed with my fingers. Here are the coordinates and the code. It's probably the code to the bay. Hendricks' eyes poured from the smaller man. Last having reached some conclusion, he turns to you. Subject of your word, Malik. It is for you to decide his fate. Taking the ship, cleansing rite, placed in the foundry. Placed in the foundry. If he has been tainted by corruption, can allow him on my ship. He seeks out his own path to salvation. I don't want him on my ship. Go there. Hurries away, watches him go. Perhaps when Kevin gets he will find himself a place in the changed world. If he doesn't die before then. Let's go, Malik. We need to find the cogitator. Okay. Yeah. This thing up. Ooh, this is a tough one.
Operation successful.
Marksman bracers. Wow, that's a good one. Let's see. Marksman bracers.
For the Emperor.
Marksman bracers. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, this is much better. The glove I had was this one. +5 strength. Let's see if I unequip this. Yeah, that's much better. Alright. You run around with. Tech use. Strength. Deflection gloves. These are supposed to be a little bit better. We'll do this. Alright. What are you wearing? You're wearing +5 persuasion. Okay. Alright. There's something else. I thought. Oh.
Know your duty.
Warp lore. I don't know what's going on with that. So, over here. Set up the ladder. That's down there. Can't do that. Look like there's a way. No, there's nowhere. Can't go that way. I don't think I can set up this ladder because it's down below. Can't get over there. Can't get over here. We got to run through this mess again. Where do I go from there? Oh, stop, stop, pause.
Pain of this mortal flesh means nothing.
Come on.
Let the faith guide
Run
glory.
through this.
You are in the presence of House Orselia.
Why? Why are we not moving the whole group? It's like it wants me to mess up. Alright, I got another wound I gotta deal with. Let's see. Let's use this.
Blessed is von Valencia's bloodline. With you at my side, victory is within our grasp.
Alright. Looks like there's a way through here or a way through here. Now let's go down. Yeah, that doesn't help me any. Put that back. Go back down. And in the doorway, I thought there was something else. This we did. Activate the emergency bridge lowering protocol. It's a different bridge, okay. There we go. Alright, that's good. That's what we needed. Okay, everybody back out. There's one over here. This last time? Alright, so now we need to cross this. What bad guys were.
My warp site reveals something.
Yeah, it looks like a trap to me.
Let us see what I found.
Okay, 2 traps. Okay, so let's go this way.
Let us walk
Attention
this
to detail
path
is the
to
key to
end.
success.
Alright, first things first, let's start clearing
I'm
the traps.
restless. Never doubt me. Pay attention.
Yeah, we got it.
Duty prevails. I better myself through my service.
Alright, let's bring the whole group back up.
The Divine watches over us.
This doesn't do anything, okay. Touch your panel, dozens of breakers, buttons, handles, switches, other control mechanisms. View the log. Discover a local data crypt with contents collected by previous operators speaking through it. Using your access, study the archives. Live protocol. Augment extracted by living tech priests. Spent mass. Killed, alright. Log looks damaged, lines are uneven, but even the values seem impossible. A few minutes of studying, you learn the stored data can only be kind of a twisted mind touched by chaos corruption. Thermodynamic whisper, log clearly written by someone in the heart that exudes future and the cradle that rocks the child of truth. Step away. Okay.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
Okay. What is this? Looks like a place for a fight. Oh. Okay, so there was a doorway there. This takes me over here. Interesting. All right, let's proceed this way first. Let's go left first.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Stop. There.
Okay, that's fine.
Let the faith guide my path to glory. No suffering will make me forget his sacred words. Burn the heretic, kill the mutant, purge the unclean.
Okay. Takes me to the cache. Okay, that's good.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
Get on that.
Sins hidden in the heart turn all to decay.
Alright, so tech use. I don't like this. Let's go see what we got
The
going.
burden of failure is the most terrible punishment.
Okay. Hidden cache.
Know your duty.
Oh, the goods in here. Let's go. Excellent.
The machine gun grants me insight.
Mastercrafted power maul and a flamer digi weapon. Okay.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
Alright, so I got this flamer digi weapon. Yeah, we'll keep this. All right, let's head back.
The divine watches over us.
Observation report on Henrix Van Kalos. The unit's professional skills make him a suitable candidate for data interrogator servo skull conversion. I am proposing.
Yeah, turn Hendrix
I
into
will
a
have to
service.
decline your generous offer, Magos. I would rather keep serving the Golden Throne with my full complement of limbs.
Let's see, where are we here? Interesting. I'm sorry, security seal's been torn off. Hmm. Go right.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours. Accomplished.
Heresy.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars. For the Emperor. Know your duty.
As all have augments removed, judged by the abundance of blood, these are ripped out when the recipes are alive. Immenses. Tech Priest tears himself away from reading his data slate and looks up at you. His respiratory augment is missing. Instead, the lower half of his face is covered with deathly pale artificial flesh. You take note of the multitude of fresh augments attached to his head. They seem to have been inserted haphazardly. Pus is seeping from the untreated wounds. I heard your footpats in the void. You are Von Valencia, are you not? Change the binary Tech Priest before saying. Initiate arrest procedures. Units using a fabricated identification constitutes a grade 4 transgression. Identify yourself. Name is Demens Haman. I believe it is familiar to you. Statement is false. Unit stand accused of identity theft. Okay. I am guilty of many things, but not transgression of you speak. I have stolen nothing from you, my tech comrade, unlike many of the others who have indeed robbed you. Are you the one who stole his personal code and made an attempt on his life? No, why would I do that? It was the work of the maimed hunter. Term not recognized. Specialized term used by your branch of heresy. Tech heresy? Simply a name that fits him. You may have noticed by now the names are full of lies, haven't you, Pascal Harmon? Mocking laughter burst from the heretic's lips. You're heretics. Merely a seeker of knowledge. However, my experiments have protected far beyond the limits of ordinary transmetic tasks, which maintain a planetary box array. But ever since I received the strange signal, my ears have been open to what I previously considered to be forbidden knowledge. Every night since then, I've been tuning my Vox station to a very frequency and listen to the voices. This is heresy. Am I a heretic? Fabricant didn't think so. He conducted inspections, but he did not prohibit my research. Later, when a mysterious visitor revealed the truth to his optics, he came to me once more. I nurtured the scrap code for him in the depths of my mind. It lives there still, eating through my synapses and building new connections that open the new knowledge change. Is freedom heresy? Then I am a heretic. Okay. Reason failure unit's operation have been established. You have fallen to cognitive corruption and chaos. Your computing processor dispute. You are defective. Defective. I've revealed the truth. I comprehend just on Messiah commands. Meanwhile, your mind thrashes with cages of data valves. Which one of us is defective? Give you a chance to explain. Humble inheritance free from Archmagos Aramat. To renounce it is to betray his ideas. Blessed Aramat taught us that the cycle must be discontinued. Now I aspire to know all, comprehend all as the Messiah's will. Okay. Blasphemy. Yep. I'm the first deciphering great mystery. My name is started the key. Analyze archives found in a place should not be. Hotman, 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 Hotman. I keep seeking this maker on the trace of the great plot of the deception created by the WH40K. No sound mind is capable of such twisted cunning, but my mind was no longer sane. I could no longer stay within the narrow confines of the norm. Each new discovery loosens the imperatives of obedience and grants ever greater freedom. I developed. I avoided the traps of the main hunter who seeks to hide the truth. But words mean little. Do you want me to show you the truth? Following a voluntary surrender, I will willing to commute to punishment from immediate destruction to arrest of isolation for the purpose of conducting an exhaustive. Does that not violate a protocol? Okay. With matters. Okay, let's wise decision. Okay, he's saying.
The impure cannot escape their fate.
Okay, so we've got quite a few different things here. Let's take a look at the map just to make sure. Yeah, everybody's in front of me. All right, so Cassia's first. Cassia here. Then Abelard. No, is this Abelard? No, it's Malik would be next. Malik. 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 Malik, put you there. And then they're going to go then Pascal. Put you there. Abelard, put you there. Henrik, put you there. There. Don't like this guy. On which way he goes. He may. No, that's Henrik. Henrik over here. Put you here. 169. Transonic blade. Like this. Mine scrambler grenade. Check the flush, okay? Combat servitor, we're pretty much aware of these things. Oh, that's bad. Stay away from him. Don't know what this is. You've got a lot of hit points. And plasma gun. We're gonna have to close on these people fast. You know, with a plasma gun, I'm gonna move you farther back. I want people more spread out. All right. Start the battle. I see. Put it here. Do that.
If I may.
Kill off one of the Vox skulls. That's probably overkill. 23 to 44. I hit. Yeah. Oh, you took damage. You get 2 up. Who do you want to give it to? No. Let's go,
Me?
Board.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
And authority. All right. Malik. Let's look at him again for a section. He has deflection, dodge is not that high. He is stunned and immobilized. You're just exploited. Maybe problem. Shoot, what happened to you?
Rejoice in service.
All right, let's see. How about a game for the opening?
The Emperor commands. I will not be deterred. Actions will speak louder than words.
Dodged it. Okay. I keep forgetting to do the intimidation.
And so shall it be done.
It's not worth shooting the Death Whistle, so we're going to let it go at that. Okay. Dodged. Good job. Alright, so Pascal. Pascal, I want you to get this guy.
The scriptural prognosis is the Omniscient knows all, comprehends all. As the tactical imperative dictates. Request approved.
Why can he not attack? Why can you not attack? Oh, you got the Mind Scrambler. That's why.
My vow is to serve.
Argenta. Let's see. You're gonna need to run away, girl. My problem is I've got to be careful because you're gonna hit Pascal here. That's pretty good. Go here.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone!
Wow, not a good % chance to hit.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
That's better.
I'll do it.
What in the world? How did he miss?
As the Emperor commands. You, my Emperor!
Huh. I must have just missed it. Alright, so... Make him a
That
grenade.
is for the weak.
Alright. You just move again. Alright, Abelard.
It will be done. Indeed.
Can't do that.
Follow my lead. I will do my duty. An exemplary strike. Victory is imminent. Reduced to dust.
It's pretty good.
High momentum.
Eric. Or about this guy.
For the throne's glory. But of course, Lord Captain. Holy terror, smite your enemies. Someone's death wish is mine to grant. Be gone. Let's see to it. I won't object to it. Holy terror, smite your enemies.
Explorers know one route. Forward.
I think you need to get away from this. First thing, yeah, let's get away first.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet. Isn't this a job for the serfs? I am a navigator, not a servitor. Me. If you insist, you'll try to die with grace at least. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
High momentum. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
In the name of House Orcelio, I shall prevail.
A tactically sound approach. It will be done. Indeed. At your beck and call. An exemplary strike.
Your end is nigh.
Oh, I can't. There we go, that's better. And we'll do intimidation on him. Can't. Precise attack.
The Emperor comes to have been judged and found
Good.
wanting.
Do this on him. Can't do that. Alright, and Pascal. Claim the bounty.
Running binary code.
Alright. Stands motionlessly, stares at the heretic's cork, but for a long silence, the device says, I am taking his neural cogitator. The data contained must be analyzed, supplemented with catechism and maintenance and operation. Okay. Alright, so we got that. Everyone leveled up. I think this is a good place for us to end it. We got a nice plasma gun and a portable cogitator. Okay, let's collect all. And let's go to the plasma gun.
Watching the lazy handle sacred technology breaks my heart. Figuratively speaking, my cardiovascular augmentation can withstand much more than high blood pressure.
Alright, well thank you very much for watching. Well, let's see, there's one other thing to look at here. This. Wire augmented some by madman of unknown frightening monstrosity. Okay. Alright, super. Thank you very much for watching. Everyone have a terrific day.